Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the question. A laundry service is buying detergent and fabric softener from its supplier. The supplier will deliver no more than 300 pounds in a shipment. Each container of detergent weighs 7.35 pounds and each container of fabric softener weighs 6.2 pounds. The service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as containers of fabric softener. Let D represent the number of containers of detergent and let S represent the number of containers of fabric softener, where D and S are non-negative integers. Which of the following systems of inequalities best represents this situation? Okay, so the question says the weight of each container, I mean one container of detergent is 7.35 pounds. So how many containers of detergents are bought? So according to the question, we have, so here D represents the number of containers of detergent. So the weight of one container of detergent is 7.35 pounds. Then what is the weight of D number of containers of detergent? So for that we have to multiply the number of containers of detergent D by the weight of one container of detergent, that is 7.35 pounds. Then I'm getting 7.35 D. So this represents the weight of D containers of detergent. Okay, the same thing we have to do for the softeners. So the question says the weight of one container of fabric softener is 6.2 pounds. So, and also the question says S represents a number of containers of fabric softeners. So what is the weight of S containers of fabric softeners? For that we have to multiply the number of containers of fabric softeners by the weight of one container of fabric softener, that is 6.2. Then I get 6.2 times S. So this represents the weight of S containers of fabric softeners. When I add them, I'm getting the total weight. This is the weight of D containers of detergents, and this is the weight of S containers of fabric softeners. So when I add them, I'm getting the total weight. According to the question, the total weight should be no more than 300 pounds. That means the total weight can be equal to 300 or it has to be less than 300. So I'm getting one of the inequalities over here from the given information. I find this inequality, that is 7.35 times D positive 6.2 times S less than or equal to 300 in option A and option B. So option C and option D are incorrect. So now we have to verify which option is correct, option A or option B. For that, we have to get the second inequality from the given information. So that is here in option A and option B, we have the second inequality. In option A, we have D greater than or equal to 2S. In option B, we have 2D greater than or equal to S. Okay, now let's verify option whether option A is correct or option B is correct. Let's consider the information over here in the question. The service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergents as containers of fabric softeners. Okay, so here we find the word twice, and along with that we find the number of containers of detergents. So immediately what the student will do is they will multiply 2 times the number of containers of detergents, that is 2D. Since we have the word at least over here, so they will take greater than or equal to, and here we have as containers of fabric softeners, they will write the number of containers of fabric softeners, that is S. So we find this inequality in option B, and they will choose option B as correct. Actually, option B is incorrect because the inequality what I got over here is not does not represent the information over here. So this is not the correct inequality we have written for the information we have over here. So we have to understand the information over here very clearly. So to understand the information over here clearly, so right now I just ignore the word at least. Okay, now let's read the information without the word at least. The service wants to buy twice as many containers of detergent as containers of fabric softener. So for example, I buy 10 containers of fabric softeners. Then what must be the number of containers of detergent? So the question clearly says the service wants to buy twice as many containers of detergent as containers of fabric softeners. So if I buy 10 containers of fabric softeners, and the number of containers of detergent must be twice of this value, that is 2 times 10. Okay, so then we get D is equal to 2 times. So but for 10 we have S, because S and 10 are equal. So we can replace this 10 by S. So then I'm getting D is equal to 2S. Since there is no word at least, I'm getting D equals to 2S. Okay, now let's consider at least. When I consider the term at least, then this equal sign will become D greater than or equal to 2S. So the second inequality what we get over here is D greater than or equal to 2S. So this is the inequality correctly represents the information over here So we find the second inequality D greater than or equal to 2s in option A. So the correct answer choice for this question is option A.